I was here in the late 60s when we had, anti-Vietnam War agitation and draft agitation, and there was a big issue about sending students' rankings to the Selective Service. And so President Levy, who had been law dean, set up a committee that was headed by Allison Dunham, who was my property law professor. And Dunham just organized the project the way later I would learn, in effect, a big partner would organize something that, okay, here's the problem, let's talk about the problem, who's going to do what, how do we put it together to get a coherent, sensible product that we can then, send on to the president. Just watching a very smart, organized law professor do that was something that I've kept in mind a great deal. And I was a Bigelow for a year, and then when I finished that, for the next 15 sort of years, 18 years, I had a whole succession of jobs, mostly government, mostly assistants to governors, senators, presidents, mostly involved with policy analysis or so on. I was the assistant to the chairman of the Federal Power Commission, so you have to make a rule about gas pipelines, and so you have, it was purely legal in terms of people filed briefs, but then you had commissioners who had their interests, and you had staff, you had an economics department and a physical pipeline department, and so again, those tasks that I had were in some way relevant to that. And so how do you assemble ideas and analyze them and then pass them up to decision makers? And then I became a judge, so then I was the decision maker to some degree, although as an appellate judge, again, it's somewhat the same thing, because as opposed to a district judge who can at least say, this is what I do and that's it, you're generally trying to, if you have a view, persuade at least one of your colleagues.